Artlist.io.
What's up, guys, and welcome to the Gunner Report. What a game this was. I mean, tactically, it was a beautiful game. I mean, Arteta, he knew what he wanted to do, and we got the job done. And I feel like it's just a game where we win our duels, we defend well, and we capitalise on the chances we get. And Gabriel obviously got a good chance from a header. He did well to find that space on Romero, and he was never gonna miss. Tottenham did have a lot more momentum over the game, and they did hold possession, but in defence we were really strong. And I feel like even though Tottenham were getting a few good shots, their shots weren't big, like they weren't clear-cut chances. When you look at us, they've got 0 big chances, and we've got 2 statistically. I mean, obviously, it's all sort of opinion based whether it's a big chance or not. Like that Kulusevski shot at the end, you could say it's a big chance, but it's kind of a chance created out of nothing. But or you could say that's Solanke header. But our 2 clear cut chances was that Martinelli threw on goal, and I'm so glad that wasn't the reason we lost points, because that's the kind of thing you're going to be talking about at the end of the season and say, maybe should we have capitalised on that? Should Martinelli have passed it off to Saka? But at the end of the day, it didn't matter. And obviously, the other big chance was the goal. The shocking thing was the amount of yellow cards in this game. I think it was 7 in the first half. Slaver's first yellow. I mean, you can't. That's a bit silly. It's a bit of inexperience from Slaver, but he should know, especially off last week. You can't do that. He knows what he's doing. He's wasting time. But it's alright. That didn't matter. I can't remember who Doggy's one, but I think Bentancur was a challenge that was a bit late, and then that Timber yellow card, I think that was undeserved. I think that shouldn't have even been a foul. And then obviously, the Vicario got a yellow one in the aftermath of the Timbers one. Kulusevski and Van de Ven and Jorginho, they were all the yellow cards. For me, we definitely set up in a 4-4-2. Kind of set up without the ball. I'll kind of go through it, but I'll do the. Well, I think the best player had to be Gabriel with the goal. It's the only thing that sets him apart. I think Jorginho played really well. Martin, I'll go through one part at a time. Rye was really solid in it. I feel like White was not good today. I feel like Son beat him a few times. And I feel like that he wasn't at his best. He didn't look sharp on the ball. There was this one time in the first half where he got past the ball. He just missed his touch and it went out of bounds for a Tottenham throw-in. So, I mean, White was poor. Saliba was really good and Gabriel both really good. Timber was good as well. That back line is really solid. Party looked a bit, especially at the end, he looked like he was struggling to get around the ground, and that's where like Party and Jorginho had to play out the game. Like, we didn't have anyone to come in to that midfield role, and obviously they played really well. I think Jorginho's playmaking is unmatched, and Party's defensive. Well, Jorginho's kind of deep line playmaking where he plays the ball through is unmatched, and Party's like defensive stabilities. So far this season, that's why it's been starting for us. The Saka on the right was really good. He created a few chances. I feel like he didn't look as like aggressive when he had the ball to be, or like, I don't know how to describe it, because in Brighton he was really taking on Hinshelwood, I think it was. But this game he was kind of a little bit more passive. Havertz was really good. He didn't really have any space in behind ever, but he was really good in build up. Martinelli just took the game on. That's what I liked about him. He played with confidence. Confidence is a skill, not a mindset. And he was very good. And Trossard, we didn't see much of him, but he was good in playmaking. And I liked when Timber got up the pitch and worked with Martinelli and Trossard, really high up the field. That was really good. We were able to create some chances. Jesus came on him, was really good. Well, Sterling and Jesus didn't really touch it. To touch on Sterling, I think he didn't look the most confident out there. He looked a bit lost. A couple of times when we were defending, he was backing off a little bit where he probably should have been a couple metres forward trying to win the ball back up high. Also, Wanyeri was very good. On the ball, he was good. He looked very confident. He looked like he wasn't out of place, and he looked like he wanted to be there. So, that's some really good positives to take out of the game. If we can go to home, if we can go to this, I just want to show you our kind of build up, and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's not the best, but this was kind of our defensive formation. If I can just do this quickly. Gabriel. So this is out of when we're out of possession. This is kind of how we were, what we were doing, and I just explain this to you. Sorry about this. Alright. There we go. We have it. Okay. So, we had Trossard and Havertz pressing. I found that usually Trossard would be the highest presser. Havertz would kind of be sitting behind just in case I found space in front of Jorginho and Partey. And obviously we stayed really compact, and that was crucial for us. And even though we technically only had two central midfielders, it didn't feel like we left a lot of space there because our wingers were in tight, and also we were pressing high up the ground. So with our Trossard and Havertz, and yeah, it was good. I feel like on defence it was really hard for them to come against us, and on attack, let me just see. How did we look on attack? Let me try and find something. Here we go. Oh my God. This is probably the best way I can describe it. Obviously, Gabriel, Saliba and White moving into a back three. Timber inverting into midfield. He was a little bit deeper than Jorginho and Partey. But he also got high up the ground at times. So he overlapped Martinelli. Obviously, Martinelli and Trossard kind of shared a pocket of space. Havertz was more central, and Saka had that space out wide. And this system worked well because we were able to use our width in our attackers to spread their defence, and we had Timber coming in, which added support, and Trossard he's not fixed to a position, he can float around. And obviously Jorginho and Partey were kind of staying 15, 20 metres behind where the ball was and waiting for it to pop out, and then we'll just recycle it like that. So, I mean, it worked very well, and I mean, we didn't really see an example of how that helped us throughout the game, because our clear-cut chances came from a set piece and we're on the break. But this is kind of how we were setting up in attack, when we had the ball, which was only for like 37% of the game. Anyway, thank you guys for listening to the Gunner Report, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.